Good morning and thanks for joining us. Today we'll show you a fun way to discover science, open up the playbook with Jim Knox, and Rebekah Black brings us her latest binge report. But first, it's that time of year to start putting away the bathing suits and breaking out the backpacks. Yes, school is almost here, and whether it's a university or trade school, young people everywhere are starting to work towards their future careers. Kathryn Dunn visited one local academy that gives students hands-on experience that will put them a cut above their competition.
And education can come from many different places. At the Toni Guy Academy, they are teaching their students the ABCs of beauty. I'm here with Samantha Finley, the National Creative Technical Director for Toni Guy, and leads all of the technical education for Toni Guy salons and education. So Samantha, tell us a little bit about the Salon Academy.
Our academies create highly desirable graduates. So when they come to the Toni Guy Academy, they learn everything there is to know about cut, color, and just salon business. And then our salons, actually, we have 12 in the DFW Metroplex, and we have 2 academies. So this is our hub. So there's tons of training, education. Our students actually have almost a guaranteed spot in one of our salons because we know their training and we can vouch for it. But they're also very desired by salons, high-end salons in the DFW area. So inside of DFW, we could say that most of our graduates and even former Toni Guy employees are very well educated. So we feel comfortable that DFW's salons altogether have highly desirable hairdressers because a lot of them are trained by Toni Guy. Here at the Galleria, they have an annual runway review. It is open to everyone, and our students are actually able to display the work. So not only are they able to work on all the models at this fashion show, they're actually able to do their annual fashion show, which is called a student catwalk. So they're able to display all of the things that they've learned throughout their program, plus the creative side.
Okay, Samantha, so at the Salon Academy, they're learning all the latest trends, and we have 4 of the latest trends right here. Tell us about it.
So with what you're seeing now, of course, it's the summertime. And so everyone wants to brighten their hair up. So we have some of the trends that have been happening, which are ombre, balayage, and paint-on. And these techniques can actually work with all hair types, short, mid, and long. And as you can see here with the shorter texture, it's more of a frontal placement, and then it can even work with more of the brawn look, which is brown blonde, and more of a smooth finish. And then our 2 blondes at the end, one is a brighter blonde with the wave and texture, and then one has more of an ombre to a medium blonde. So all these techniques are definitely salon viable and can be used on every client.
To learn more about the Toni Guy Academy, visit them online at tonyguy.edu. You can get more details about the Galleria's runway review at galleriadallas.com. From training for the future to learning about the past, our next story gives you a different view of history. While Pokemon Go might be the rage these days, a few decades ago, people were just as crazy about square pixels bouncing on the screen. The National Video Game Museum is the nation's only museum dedicated to the history of this rapidly changing industry, and it's located right here in Frisco, Texas. If you've ever wondered about the history of video games or what the future holds for the gaming industry, then the Video Game Museum in Frisco is for you. Joining me now is one of the founders of the Video Game Museum, Joe Santulli. Joe, tell us about this awesome place.
Sure, Candace. We've been here just since April 2nd, so we're a little over 2 months here now. This is the very first dedicated video game museum in the United States. We weren't really sure what kind of a reception we would have. We knew that we were putting out a good product, and we know that people that love video games are going to love this, but we really wanted to make sure we appealed to a very broad crowd. We wanted grandparents who bring their kids here to also get something out of it, as well as the kids. So we've discovered that because we've mixed in so much art and culture, that just about anybody that comes in here has something really cool to see and learn.
Okay, on that note, will you give us a tour?
I'd love to give you a tour.
Great, let's do it. Okay, Joe, so tell us about this room here.
So you've stepped back into the 1980s. So we picked 2 time periods that are really important to video gamers. The first one is late 1970s, early 1980s, when Mom decided it was okay to put a video game system in the living room. And the other one is a little bit later in the 80s, after the industry came back with Mario, and Nintendo brought us Super Mario Brothers. So this is the kids' room that had Super Mario Brothers on his TV. There's also this really cool 10-station area where you can play head-to-head. We call it Head-to-Head Hall. And there's 10 game systems that go everywhere from the old Atari system all the way up to Xbox, and kind of gives everybody a little bit of something new to try if they've never played before. We have an arcade that's modeled after an 80s arcade, complete with neon lights and fluorescent and black lights and 80s music and 36 classic arcade cabinets.
Okay, this has to be one of the biggest highlights of the museum.
So this huge Pong is the first of its kind and the largest of its kind. It is the largest Pong console in the world.
I love it. And has anyone ever beat you on this?
No, no one has ever beaten me on it.
Well, you've got a great place here, so thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so much for coming.
To learn more about the museum, its hours, and upcoming events, go to nvmusa.org. Break time on the show, but when we return, it's time for another edition of Knoxie's Playbook with our sports guru, Jim Knox. Don't go anywhere. Today with Kandace is brought to you by Weir's Furniture, your life styled.
How much sleep does your kid need? Well, a lot more than you and I. Generally, we say 8 to 10 hours for kids, and I would say closer to 10 hours. Now, the problem with that, of course, is they get up early for school. That's a whole other subject. And they also like to stay up late. That, of course, also is another subject. But they got to at least get 8 hours. That's good for brain healing, memory consolidation, frustration and stress reduction. All things good come from 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. Now, one thing you need to do is have your kids avoid a lot of computer screen, what's called blue light exposure at night. That tells the pineal gland in the middle of your brain to quit producing melatonin, because that pineal gland figures that it's daytime because there's this light coming in, so it doesn't produce melatonin, and they don't sleep as well. So cut the lights down early, get to bed early, because you're going to have to get up early for school, at least until they change the hours that we send our kids to school nowadays.
Every year, families in North Texas unknowingly spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in support of neglect, abuse, and disease. When you buy a puppy from a parking lot or flea market, you could be supporting the cruelty of puppy mills that profit from dogs bred in abusive conditions. Help us stop the cycle. To learn how, go to spca.org/no-puppy-mills and take the puppy pledge.
Sweetheart, think about your future. Jeff over there didn't just look at him. He saved up, bought a house, he's got a beautiful wife, they even had a fancy pants destination wedding, and oh, they had a baby! Ah! Smart and handsome, ooh la la. Now, I've been saving these frames for pictures of my future grandbabies for years, and the shopping sprees on organic clothing and telephone cases is not helping you save for a family. Oh, gracious! Look at that! He's a model! Oh. I bet you he's putting all that money right into a 401k or his baby's college fund. And his teeth are so straight. See how good saving can look at feedthepig.org. Feed the pig.
At New You Bariatric Center, we offer a comprehensive approach to weight loss. Dr. Brewer and I are both board-certified surgeons, and we've performed several thousand bariatric procedures. We also offer medical weight loss options, as well as non-surgical options such as the gastric balloon. We know that this is a big decision for you, and we are here every step of the way in your weight loss journey. At New You Bariatric Center, a new you is waiting.
Downtown Dallas may be known for such attractions like the Perot Museum and the Dallas World Aquarium, but it's also becoming a great source of farm-grown, all-natural food. The Dallas Farmers Market is quickly becoming the go-to spot for those who want to buy local products and support area farmers. Here's Kathryn Dunn with more.
I'm here with the director of the Dallas Farmers Market, Amanda. And Amanda, just tell us, what is the Dallas Farmers Market?
So we're really supporting local farms, local ranchers. If you're a grower, if you raise your animals, if you raise the chickens that lay the eggs, you can come and sell at the market. And then we're also supporting food artisans. And a food artisan is somebody who bakes bread, makes their pastries. It's becoming a really interesting mix at the Dallas Farmers Market. So one of the benefits of coming here to shop is that your money stays local. So when you purchase here, these are all vendors that live around this in the North Texas region, but it puts the money back to the farmer so they can put more infrastructure into their farm, and in the future that will actually make this a stronger farmers market.
So buying local from farmers actually benefits their families and keeps the money actually in a closer area as well. When you're benefiting from buying fresh local produce, that farmer's actually receiving the dollar and not necessarily getting lost in means of distribution.
The Dallas Farmers Market's a fun thing to be a part of because you meet people from everywhere. You meet the locals, you meet a lot of tourists. It sort of works as a gigantic focus group, really. You get a lot of feedback from your customers. You understand what sells and what doesn't sell as much and what people like. And it's a lot of fun to get to see, you know, your hard work and effort that you're putting forth in trying to grow a business and people enjoying your goods and services that you offer.
This isn't a grocery store. Grocery store industry lends to allowing you to be able to buy any products that you want any time of the year. There isn't a seasonality to it. So here you're getting farm, field fresh, high nutrition. It's coming in the same day. Often, most of the products here on the farmer's market floor is being harvested that morning and brought to you, and it's at its peak of freshness as well as nutrition. That's exactly what we're trying to do, is strengthen agriculture on more of a regional level. And so the transition of this farmer's market to becoming a grower-producer market lends to that.
For more information about the Dallas Farmers Market and to sign up for their weekly newsletter, go to dallasfarmersmarket.org. And here he is, our very own Jim Knox. Jim, great to see you again.
Good to see you, Kandace. Good to see you. A lot of fun things happening down at the ballpark.
Yes, tell us what's going on.
Well, of course, the second half of the season started, and the Rangers have been up and down, but right now they are still looking at a playoff spot, so that's good news.
Awesome.
So, and you know, it's getting a little hot, I know, for everybody out there. It's August, and you know, Texas usually, when does it cool down usually? I guess in October, November,
if
December. We're lucky. But there's still a lot of great places to go. You got the Captain Morgan Club, a lot of places around the ballpark, and there's a lot of cool spots, a lot of good discounted tickets. Tuesday discounted tickets, so check that out. Also, you got the Friday night fireworks still going on, and it's a great place to be. And I know kids get back to school pretty early, but you know, some start pretty, you know, mid-August.
Right.
And then some will be after Labor Day, but it's fun to be out back at the ballpark.
Still plenty of games to catch.
A lot of games to catch, but a lot of things to do. You know, when you're talking about bringing the family out, you know, it's a great family atmosphere. They got a lot of great, outstanding food items, but there's also things for the kids to do. If you go to center field behind the Nolan Ryan statue, you have what they call the kids zone. So you go in there, and there's a lot of things. We're a big, huge playhouse where they can go in and do things. They got numbers games. They also have other elements in there that's baseball related, and it's a lot of fun for the kids to go out there in center field.
That's great, and I bet you see all sorts of fun things out there.
All sorts of fun things, and we do a lot of fun things. Of course, when we're scanning the stands, walking around the stands, we love to get involved, and it's always good to see people. They come in from as far as, you know, sometimes Kansas.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people, a lot of Ranger fans from around the state of Texas, from the Valley, from San Antonio, you name it, they come in and they make a family vacation out of it, because you have, you know, you have Six Flags going on, you have the water slides around the town.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can't beat it. But it's always good to get involved down at the ballpark, because, you know, you There's a lot of things throughout the game. You have to run in for third base. That's always fun. The dot races, which I love taking part of. That's one of my funnest things.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think I was a red dot or blue dot. I can't remember.
Okay.
And coming down the home stretch, and I had to win, Kandace. I just had to win, so I had to dive for the finish line.
Oh,
but
man,
that's,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I got a little
that.
nick on the arm, but it was well worth it. But it was well worth it.
I need to see that footage.
But
for
fun
sure.
times at the ballpark.
Absolutely. Well, as always, it's great to see you, and we love getting all the updates. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, next week, we'll see you next week. We'll give you a better update. Maybe a first place Ranger team heading to the playoffs or something.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We love good news.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Time for us to take a break, but there's still more to come on the show, including another edition of the Binge Report. Stay with us. This segment of Today with Kandace has been brought to you by the Best Of Guide.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pedro Laredo. Have you ever thought about how many times you use your hands each day? If you're suffering from hand pain, numbness, tingling, then you're probably suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome. At the Laredo Hand Care Institute, we use the most advanced minimally invasive techniques to help you get back to work and your daily activities quickly. Because your hands are important. Give us a call today to schedule a consultation so we can eliminate your hand pain for good. Call 214-790-7602 today or check us out at laredohands.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Knox, and a lot of people have asked me, hey, what do you do away from the ballpark? Well, I am co-founder of a company called Identity Media Services. Our Emmy Award-winning production team can brand your company with videos, commercials, radio, and television, and our digital performance program specializes in lead generation, websites, and reputation management. So if your business needs a lift, give me a call, because as you know, it is tough to stay on top. Whew, that's gotta hurt.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome back. Our next story is about Mary, who enjoyed an active lifestyle until she was sidelined with unbearable shoulder pain. Thankfully for Mary, she found orthopedic surgeon Bruce Markman, who helped her get over the pain and feeling better than ever.
Years ago, in a prior life, I used to be a road warrior with a garment bag on one shoulder and a computer on the other shoulder. And I did that probably 50 to 75% of the time, and in my spare time I paddled a whitewater kayak. So I never gave my shoulders any rest at all. And even though I have a family history of arthritis, that didn't faze me. I was sort of bulletproof, I thought. I needed to be able to get my rest, and it got to the point where I couldn't get any sleep. And I think that's the thing that finally pushed me.
Mary was a patient that came to me with crippling pain. Certainly pain that was with her every single minute of her day. She had pain at night, she had pain just at rest. Pain at rest tends to be one of these things that really puts a light bulb on in my head to think about severity of arthritis in the shoulder.
An associate that I knew that was in the trades about who do I go to? I don't know. And he said, Dr. Markman is the only person in town for shoulders. So I had my primary care physician wrangle a referral, and oh, I am so glad. Since then, I had to have both shoulders replaced. I'd let them go pretty long, and they were both in really abysmal shape.
Many patients with end-stage arthritis of the shoulder can't even get their arms up to shoulder level, or at least it's with a struggle. Mary was no different. In fact, she probably had some of the worst loss of motion that I have seen. And it was in both shoulders. So you can imagine one side being bad enough, but for both sides to be affected, she really felt that she was crippled. With her participation, she soared right through the rehab.
My life is so much better. I can do the things that matter to me. I can play with my nephews. I can work in my yard. I can go camping without having to take massive efforts to get my stuff together or to find a way of getting out of bed once I get into it in the tent. But there's really nothing else that I've tried to do that I can't do. These shoulders are great.
Shoulder replacement surgery tends to be one of the most rewarding procedures that I can offer these patients because it really is such a dramatic improvement in their lifestyle, in their pain control, that if they thought it was going to be this rewarding for them or this relieving, they would have done the operation years before.
Yeah, surgery is scary, but when I thought about the alternative of not being able to use my arms and continuing to function the way I've been functioning, that kind of made it a no-brainer. So I was incredibly pleased with my results with Dr. Markman.
To learn more about Dr. Markman and Alpha Orthopedics, go to alphaortho.net. The entire team here at Today with Kandace realizes we wouldn't be able to do this show without you, our viewers, and we want to thank you for it personally. Now through August 26th, you can enter for your chance to come to the studio and meet the cast and crew. All you have to do is go to our website at todaywithkandace.com and send us an email with "Take me to the show" in the message. We'll put your name in a drawing, and on Monday, August 29th, we'll announce the winner on our Facebook page. Enter now for your chance to come to the studio for a taping, meet the cast, and even have lunch with everyone from Today with Kandace. Good luck! Time for our last break, but when we return, we go back to Frisco and learn how one center is taking a hands-on approach to teaching children about science.
At New Bariatric Center, we offer a comprehensive approach to weight loss. Support for emotional, behavioral, and nutritional changes are emphasized in addition to expert surgical care. One surgery does not fit all. Dr. Hodges and I are both board-certified surgeons with proven track records in every type of weight loss surgery. We know this is an important decision and look forward to helping you start your journey. Contact New Bariatric Center for your consultation today. A new you is waiting.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands? My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that. Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Today with Kandace has been brought to you by Weir's Furniture, your life styled. It can be a challenge to get kids motivated about learning, especially during the summer, unless they're too busy having a good time to realize that they are actually learning. That's the goal of the Saitek Discovery Center. Kathryn Dunn brings us this report.
I'm here at the Saitek Discovery Center, a place that inspires learning and innovation through STEM education. Let's go check it out. Okay, Peter, first tell us what happens here at the Saitek Discovery Center.
So here at Saitek Discovery, it's an all hands-on interactive museum for kids to get hands-on in science, technology, engineering, and math. So I think the great thing that the Discovery Center, and certainly Saitek Discovery, provides is that we provide those tactile, hands-on experiences. And what we have learned as we analyze how students learn is that they learn best when it's hands-on and it's interactive and it's immersive. So here we learn through play. So these kids are playing and they're having a great time, but they're still learning those STEM topics. So they're having a great time, and later on they kind of go, oh, I remember, doing that at Saitek when they're in class and they're learning about force and motion or electricity or any one of those great topics that we cover here at the museum.
Okay, so tell me about one of the unique opportunities that you have here at the Saitek Discovery Center.
So one of the great unique opportunities that we have here at Discovery Center is we just opened our brand new Makerspace, sponsored by Raytheon here at Saitek, and we can go check it out right now if you like.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
We're in the Makerspace, sponsored by Raytheon here at Saitek Discovery, and what goes on in the Makerspace is we've created a space for students or families to come in and work. And what we've done is we've provided them with certain types of equipment for them to interact and address a unique challenge and create a build. But our philosophy is that we've provided the materials, we provide sort of a talented staff to work with the students, and then we kind of just let the kids build what's in their mind. We have 4 times throughout the day where we do programs here inside the makerspace, and those kind of range in topics from a build for early learners. So if you're, a 3 to 6 year old, we consider you an early learner. Right in front of us, we have a Little Bits robot kit where they can actually come in here and build a robot car that can drive around. It could just be a robot that stands up. Some kids have come in here and made a constellation viewer by using the small LED lights that we have that work with the kits, and using paper and drawing stars, and they made like the Big Dipper because that was what they thought would be a fun sort of way to utilize this technology. So I mean, that's our philosophy and really what we're doing all summer long here in the makerspace.
Great, well, I want to sign up for one of those maker activities.
Absolutely, we'd love to have you down for that.
Can't wait to check it out. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming out.
To learn more about the Saitek Discovery Center and to plan your trip, visit them online at mindstretchingfun.org. And finally today, if you're tired of the summer blockbusters and want to enjoy some classics you may have missed, then pay attention. Here's the Binge Report with Rebekah Black.
All right, who's got Olympic fever? Yeah! Wait, what? No one? Yeah, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, you probably haven't heard one good news story out of Rio. Everything from the Zika virus to the super bacteria floating along the coast to what press are calling uninhabitable living quarters for the athletes. Pretty much everyone is bowing out of the most prestigious games ever played, which of course is leaving a lot of us fans wondering if we're even going to watch this year. And in all honesty, I hate to say it, but I think I'm out. So for those of you who are like me and still want to get that Olympic feeling, America, yeah, without worrying about all the drama happening in Rio, I got you. I got you right here. Let's start with Miracle. This is pretty much Rudy on Ice, based on a true story when player-turned-coach Herb Brooks led the 1980 U.S. hockey team to victory over the Russians.
Listen to him. We can beat these guys.
USA! USA! Yeah! Now for this next film, we have to go across the pond over to the United Kingdom. Hello, Governor! Yeah, I totally did that. Eddie the Eagle is based on a true story which follows Eddie Edwards through the insanity that is ski jumping. Eddie is the underdog who was determined to make the 1988 Olympics. Now, he's got barely any training and just a little bit of crazy and was able to win the world over with his failure. Spoiler alert, he comes in dead last.
Britain's Eddie Edwards. You're Eddie the Eagle. Just fly.
Eddie's off. Can he pull off the impossible?
Okay, so I don't know about you, but after getting all kinds of emotional over Eddie the Eagle, we need a little something lighthearted, fun. Now, raise your hand if you knew the Olympics had golf. Nope, me either. It wasn't until Jordan Spieth opted out of the Olympics. So what better golf movie out there other than Happy Gilmore? Ah yes, the lovable Adam Sandler ditches hockey to become a professional golfer in order to win some cash and save his grandma's house.
Hey, good shot.
It's about time.
Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it.
And there's your Binge Report for today. I'm Rebekah Black. Happy watching.
Thanks, Rebekah. Well, that's our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, if it deals with your home, your health and beauty, or how to spend your leisure time in DFW, then we'll be talking about it. Check us out at todaywithkandace.com and follow us on social media. We'll be here every weekday morning at 8:30, but if you can't join us, then be sure to set your DVR. See you next time.
Wardrobe for Today with Kandace provided by Dillard's, the style of your life.